Here again with my final Big Bang Theory Season 7 episode review video as I've reached the Season 7 finale. Before I get into that, though, pretty important. If you aren't caught up to the point where I am every watching or watching the Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be the Big Bang Theory Season 7, Episode 24, the Season 7 finale. The title of this episode is called The Status Quo Combustion. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. Howard says they just lost another nurse at Leonard and Sheldon's place, but Mom's not eating them. Raj arrives, and then Leonard and Penny announce that they're engaged. Yay! And then Raj says he just had sex with Emily, and then everybody else goes that's there except for Leonard and Penny runs over to Raj, and Bernadette says, "You guys propose all the time. This never happens," referring to Raj having sex with Emily. And then Raj says that having sex isn't like riding a bike, as he fell off a couple of times. Sheldon's down. He called into President Sievert. He was called into President Sievert's office. They won't let him change from string theory, so they want him to keep doing his string theory stuff. And Sheldon's tempted to leave the university. Leonard tells him not to make any rash decisions. Another nurse quits. Bernadette kids Howard and says she wants a divorce with the problem of Howard's mom. Leonard Skypes with his mom, Beverly Hofstetter. He has some exciting news. Promise to be happy for me? And she says, no. And then Sheldon already told her him and Penny are engaged. Sheldon spoke very fondly of Penny, so she's good enough for him, then she's good enough for me. And Penny calls her mom and tells her the good news. And Penny, now they immediately think that she's pregnant. Bernadette finds out Penny isn't working, so she gets her to be the caretaker for Mrs. Wolowitz, and Penny quits, and Bernadette could have written a bowl longer than that. So maybe she was working for them for 5 minutes. Sheldon's writing an appeal to the faculty senate so he can move from string theory. Leonard tells Sheldon him and Penny want to live together, and not with him. How could we all live together if now I'm not there? And then Leonard suggests Sheldon move across the hall. Move across the hall? Did you take a marijuana? That was hilarious when Sheldon said, did you take a marijuana? No, I did not. Me move across the hall? You're putting your future bride's happiness before mine. Sheldon's hilarious in this episode. Amy talks to Sheldon about how Leonard is such a bad roommate. Perhaps you and I could live together. Everything stays the way it is, Sheldon says. Leonard's cook for Penny. Amy comes over, and so Leonard is cook for Penny, and then Amy comes over, wondering where Sheldon is, and Penny tells Amy to get out. Sheldon goes to the comic book store, and Stuart's cleaning up. A hot plate caught on fire, and Stuart's waiting to hear back from the insurance company as Sheldon asks, will you reopen tomorrow? And Stuart says his life is kind of falling apart right now. And Sheldon says, your life? The university is making me do string theory. My girlfriend loves me so much she wants to live with me. And now the place I go to when I feel sad smells funny. Everything is changing and I hate it. Leonard's worried about Sheldon, and Leonard tracks him as he knows his password. He has the GPS, he can access that. And he's actually at the train station. Leonard's mom would be furious if Leonard let something happen to Sheldon. So he wants to take Penny and go investigate that. Howard and Raj go to the comic book store. Howard knows a place where Stuart can stay at and earn a little bit of money. Leonard and Penny arrive at the train station. You tracked my phone. Getting on a train and leaving forever. Sheldon's going to live off the land. Sheldon's reached his breaking point and needs to leave now. Leonard asks, what can we do? And Sheldon says, I'm overwhelmed. Everything is changing and it's simply too much. He needs to get away and think. Penny says, maybe we need to let him go. We can't protect him forever. Leonard says he's not going to stand in his way. And Penny says, be safe. and call us, and kisses Sheldon on the cheek. And then Leonard says he's going to miss him. Of course you are. Just made that easier. So Sheldon says, of course you are. So that made it easier to let him go. Stewart got this. He's got this. He tells Howard and Bernadette to go. He loves Mrs. Wallowitz. Stewie, are you going to watch Wheel of Fortune with me? He's calling her Debbie, and she's calling him Stewie. This job is a dream job come true for Stewart. Amy calls Sheldon, says it sounds like he's doing pretty well. How could you let him go? And Amy starts hitting Leonard with a pillow to end the episode and the season. So I don't remember this being that good, but I loved this episode. I really dug it. It was awesome. It was funny. I'm kind of like Sheldon in a way that I don't like anything to change, and I like everything to stay the same, and I like everything to be a routine. And this was really funny. So I'm going to give the episode a 10 out of 10. It had me cracking up when Sheldon was mad that Leonard and Penny wanted to potentially live together without him. And as far as the character of the episode, well, I think it's pretty obvious it's going to be Sheldon. And then, as many of you know, I rate Penny because she's the reason why I started watching The Big Bang Theory. For this episode, I'm going to give Penny a 7.4 out of 10. So, you've heard what I have to say. Now, of course, it's your turn. If you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory and want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please make sure that you Hulk smash the like button, share the video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are. What would you rate this episode? Anything 0 to 10? And whom would be your character of the episode if you had to choose? And if you want to rate Penny like I do, you can definitely do that. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And J-Dev will return with Season 8 of The Big Bang Theory.